Day 31 of doing a LeetCode problem every day until I get a job. All right, guys, we're back again. Another day, another LeetCode problem. Day 31. You know what that means? We're almost a month in, and I don't see any signs of stopping soon. So we're just going to keep going. So today we have question number 1004, max consecutive ones 3. The difficulty level is medium, but you know that's not stopping us. We're still going to keep it simple and easy, and we're going to make the solution as easy to understand as possible. So let's see what the question says. It says, given a binary array of nums and an integer k, return the maximum number of consecutive ones in the array if you could flip at most k zeros. So, like always, these questions can be a little confusing to understand, but that's what the example's for. So let's look at example 1. It says input nums equals an array of integers. Those integers are 1, 1, 1, 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 1, 1, 0, and k equals 2. The output is 6. Explanation, the 1, 1, 1, 0, 0, 1, the explanation is so the bolded numbers were flipped from 0 to 1. The longest sum array is underlined. So if you look right here, this one used to be a 0, and this one used to be a 0, and k equals 2, and we're trying to find the maximum number of consecutive ones right here. We're trying to find the maximum number of consecutive ones in the array, right? And at most you could flip k zeros. So k is 2. That means we could only turn 2 zeros into ones, and the object of this function is to see how many ones, what's the maximum number of consecutive ones we can make if we can turn 2 zeros. K is 2, so 2 zeros into ones. So in this example, the output would be 6 because we have k, so that means k lets us know we can turn 2 zeros into 1 to help us achieve our goal of creating the maximum number of consecutive ones. So in order to do that, we could turn this into a 1 and this into a 1, and that will give us 5 ones that will give us 5 consecutive ones. Or we could turn this into a 1 and this into a 1, and that will give us 6 consecutive ones. And we want the maximum number possible, so that's why the output is 6, because we have k equals 2, so that allows us to turn this 0 into a 1 right here, and this 0 into 1 right here. And when you count all these ones right here, it equals 6. So we basically took this right here, k equals 2, and we turned this into 1 and this into 1. We turned 2 zeros into 1s. So after we turn those 2 zeros into 1s, now we have this right here, and we have 6 1s. So let's look at example 2 in case that didn't really make any sense. So let's see, in example 2, we have input of nums. This one is a little long. We have input nums, an array of integers, 0, 0, 1, 1, 0, 0, 1, 1, 1, 0, 1, 1, 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 1, 1. K equals 3. So this k equals 3 right here lets us know that we could turn 3 of these zeros into 1s. Whichever 3 zeros we want, we could turn into 1s. Now, the output is 10, so that means, or let's look at the explanation first. The output is 10, but that means we turned 3 zeros into 1s, and that gave us that gave us 10 consecutive ones in a row. So let's look and see what the explanation says, so we can see which zeros they turned into 1s. So the bolded numbers were flipped from 0 to 1. The longest subarray is underlined. So this right here is the longest subarray that was able to be created if we turned 3 zeros into 1s. So that means let's see which ones. We turned this 0 into we turned this 0 into a 1, we turned this 0 into a 1, and we turned this 0 into a 1. These are k equals 3, and these are the 3 zeros that we turned. These two and this one right here, which gave us, that would mean, so it's basically this subarray right here is the one that we used, is that the output used right here, which turned into 10 ones. So we went from, where we go? We went from right here to right here. And how many? Let's check and see. Let's go 1. If we turn this 0 into 1 and this 0 into 1 and this 0 into 1, let's see. It says 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Right, and that's what we want. Output is 10. So that's it. That's why the bold. Well, let me let you see it so you can see the bold ones. But that's why they turn these into ones right here, so that they could have the maximum number of ones. You might ask why they didn't turn these 3 into ones. This be 3 in a row. If we turn these zeros into ones, that would only leave us with, let's see, let's count it. It'd be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. See, that would only give us 9 ones in a row. When if we turned, when we did it this way, that gave us 10 ones in a row. So that's why we chose these threes. That's why we chose these zeros, because we had 3 zeros that we could turn into 1. So, with that being said, guys, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. We're trying to run the engagement up. I want you to take your little mouse, take it right over here to the subscribe button. Click the subscribe button, hit that subscribe button. Drop a comment, drop a bank emoji in the comments, all my bankers, so we can run this engagement up. And yeah, I need you guys' help. Help me run this engagement up. Now let's get to the fun, exciting part that you guys have all been waiting for, the actual code on how we're going to solve this. So, in order to solve this, first thing we're going to do is we're going to declare a variable, and we're going to call that left. We're going to set that equal to 0. We're going to declare another variable. We'll call that result, and we're going to set that to 0 as well. And then one more variable, we're going to call that count, and we're going to set that equal to 0 as well. Then we're going to come down here, we're going to start our for loop, and we're going to say for I in 0 up to nums dot count. So we're going to loop through the whole array of nums that we start with. We're going to say if nums I is equal to 0, then we are going to say count plus equals 1. Then we're going to come down here and we're going to say while count is greater than k, we're going to say if nums left is equal to 0, then we are going to say count minus equal 1. Then we're going to come down here and we'll say left plus equal 1 as we continue down the array. Then we're going to come down right here and we're going to say result equals max, because we want the maximum result right here. And then it's going to say max result, comma, I of I minus left plus 1. Then we're going to come right here and we're going to say return result. See, that wasn't that bad, not too much code. Let's see how it runs. Fingers crossed, and it's accepted. Let's see, let's submit it now. Boom! 109 milliseconds, 21.24%, beats 21.24% of users with Swift. And that's not too good, y'all. That's not good at all. But hey, we're still learning. We're only a month in. Don't be too hard on yourselves. We're learning. That's the end of the goal. At the end of the day, the goal is to learn something. As long as you learn something, you're one step closer to achieving your goal of becoming a software engineer or a computer programmer or whatever it is you want to be, making your app, whatever. But until you get there, you just got to keep learning. And while you do that, I'll be here waiting for you, making these LeetCode problems. So I'll see you guys tomorrow.